Hello.
Hello, Ray.
All right, tell Jimmy what's going on.
Well, I was outside earlier, and I heard Bodine complaining about just some stuff in general, and he took off, and I said, where are you going? And he told me he quit, and he said he was heading home.
Yeah, I was given a note.
Yeah, he gave me a note to give to you.
Yeah, and I'm going to read the note, and it is from Bodine. It says, to Mr. Raymond, I'm sorry, but I have to resign, RESINE, my post. But I will continue to work for Mr. Kushak, who at least, L-E-S-T, at last, does not throw eggs at me, put yogurt down my draws, D-R-A-W-S. What the hell's that?
Draws.
Or hamburger, Twinkies, pop, no enemas, no tapping me to a pole. That's taping spelled wrong. No taping me to a pole, or tap me head to toe. What the hell? That's got to be tape.
Yeah.
Tape me head to toe. Does not let me get, G-I-T, shot by an arrow, and many more to mention. Even One-Eyed Jack said to me he will sign me to a contract if I want a morning show job. That is paid cash, which, W-I-C-T-H, you don't pay me. Signed, Bodine, June 4th, 1997.
Well, that's today.
Yeah. So I sent Mikey over to Bodine's house to try to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's serious this time. He always says, I'm quitting. But man,
hold on a second. I'm gonna call Bodine. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
Hello.
Bodine.
Yes.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
What is your problem?
I'm just mad. I'm tired of it.
You're tired of what?
All the abuse.
Oh, please.
You don't do nothing to help me.
That abuse has made you a star.
Yeah.
What's a star?
Oh.
Bodine's got his own T-shirt.
You got your own T-shirt.
Got a sandwich named after him.
Got a sandwich named after you.
Got an island named after
him.
You
got an island. Yeah.
Got his own scent.
That island was expensive, dang near freezing to death, and freezing cold water getting pushed off the boat.
Right.
But it will
Isn't it
forever
worth
be
it?
remembered as Bodine Island.
Isn't it worth it?
Freezing to death.
You got an island named after you.
Yeah, it's expensive freezing to death.
You walk down the street. How many listeners go, hey, Bodine, woo?
Yeah.
There's a few of them that do it.
See?
Quite a few.
Hold on.
I think he's letting you in, Mikey.
It's about time. Yeah, here he comes. I hear him.
All right.
Are you happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
Okay.
So you're saying that you quit the show because you're sick of getting abused.
Pretty much. Because nobody has control of it, and everybody hurts me. And you just laugh about it and just think it's all a joke.
It is pretty funny. I mean,
you just think it's funny. Someday I'm going to be in the hospital, and you're going to laugh.
Oh, God. I would not laugh if you were in the hospital.
And I've never heard him. And we've been doing Moby and stuff for almost a year, and I've never heard him.
Yeah. Have you ever been hurt?
Yesterday.
Yeah, what happened?
I have a bruise on my back, and I have a sore shoulder blade.
From the guys throwing eggs at you?
Yeah, and have a headache still.
I'll bet it hurt when he got an enema, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't feel too nice. Thanks, Jim.
So he's saying one day of...
Thanks, Jim.
He's saying for 1 year of doing stuff that's never got him hurt and getting him publicity and fame is going to be thrown away for the one day he actually got hurt a little.
Yeah.
That's the price you pay for fame.
You're throwing it away for one day.
There to say, hey, you all right? Heck no. All y'all did was chuckle, laugh, giggle.
Listen, I'll tell you what. Bodine, will you talk to some listeners?
Yeah.
Hello, you're on, Bodine.
Get out of the fridge.
Bodine. Bodine.
Hello.
That's us, Leo. Don't quit. You're my hero. If I'd have been there, I'd have kicked some ass. I'd have put somebody in the hospital. You're my hero, though, and they are mean to you. They shave your head and make you get pierced and tattooed and stick things up your butt. They're trying to turn you into Bodine Rodman. They're mean.
Thank you, Leo.
Bodine's a role model for
Yes,
people all
Bodine.
over.
Listen, you're a role model for that guy. Good morning. Hello.
Hey.
Yep.
Check this out. Let's go ahead and have Shaner
Yeah.
and Michael just, to show how much they want Bodine, how dedicated they are to have him on the show. Just have Bodine pick one of the things that's been done to him in the morning. And
Mikey and Shaner, maybe they go through it.
You'll have to do it with me. All three of them. Just stand up someplace here in Springfield.
Bodine, what do you think? If I get Mikey and Shaner to do something that you do, would you feel vindicated a little bit?
Yeah. Mikey's waving at me with one finger right now. 'Cause I just can't get out of her head.
Maybe it's time for Streaker Mikey and Streaker Shaner.
Yeah.
All right, you think about what the listener said.
Yes, sir.
You thought about why you resigned.
Yes, sir.
You thought about what what me and Jimmy and I said.
can't think
Yes,
it called
sir.
during the replay.
And the listeners, what they said.
You heard what Mikey said. Did what Mikey say to you? Did he say anything?
Just a little bit here, a little bit there.
What's it take to bring him back?
What's it take to bring you back?
Well, I guess I should stop being a little baby about it and go back to work
There you go.
since everybody likes it. But that's not too funny, Mikey. Under one condition, though,
What?
that Mikey and Shaner has to streak early in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you and Mikey go somewhere and figure out a way to streak?
Yes, sir.
Hello? You guys started yet or something?
That ain't even funny.
Okay, so you guys are out. You've already started streaking.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for telling us.
Shaner don't have to do something sometimes.
Where's Bodine?
Bodine is looking at us, laughing at us in the van.
Bodine, where are you?
I'm at the corner. So the light's green, now we're moving.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing their underwear.
Oh, so they've already started streaking.
Yeah, they said outside the van. They want to hurry up and get it done with, they said. What? Hey! You thought I was bad at jogging with my flab around it. You look at Mikey. That's hilarious. This is totally funny.
Uh-huh. Are they chasing the van now?
Yeah, they're chasing the van. They're out of breath. I lost them.
Where?
We
So
are here.
you've lost them. Take off down Wabash.
Take down Wabash.
Yes, go down Wabash.
Okay.
Go to Chatham Road.
What?
Chatham Road.
Down to Chatham.
They'll never make it.
There's no way they'll
Stick
make
it,
it,
Chick.
Chatham
Okay,
Road.
I'm cruising down the street right now. I'll pass Strawbridge Road.
Oh, man.
Hey, we got a ride! Now they're back of a pickup truck? Yeah.
You're in the back of a pickup truck.
Ain't that illegal, Mr. Raymond?
Streaking. No, I don't care.
They can go to car wash.
Hey, guy in the...
I'll tell
Hey,
you what.
Shaner, let me talk to the guy in the car.
Hang on.
Good idea, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hello.
And they're close.
We talked to the guy in the truck.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Are you driving the truck there in the back of your truck?
Yeah.
I'll give you $10 if you drive to the car wash.
Driving.
Let them think you're going to take them through the car wash.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Drive over to the car wash like
Yeah.
they're going to go through.
Okay.
Scare the hell out of them.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, I mean it. I mean it.
This one right on down Wabash.
Yeah, you just keep going. Just
Yeah.
keep going
Yeah.
past Bodine and keep going like you're going to the car wash.
Okay.
All right, give Shaner back the phone. Thanks, buddy.
Okay.
All right. This should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, it started out as Streaker, Mikey, and Shaner. They are in the back. Then they jumped to the back of a truck. Bodine has left them. Bodine is at the corner of Chatham Road and Wabash. They are traveling down Wabash in the back of a truck.
Shower time.
All right. We better not be going into a damn car wash. God, you piece of crap, all of you. This is ridiculous. I'm going to you and Shaner quitting tomorrow, Mr. Raymond. You don't make John and Russ go out and... Mr. Raymond, I got it set for you right now. So as soon as I pulled in, they're waiting for me.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
All right.
What is going on? I don't like this.
Are they there?
Okay, well, we got it all set.
Are they there?
We got it, we're all set, Mr. Raymond.
Bodine, what's happening? Have them go through.
They're getting ready to go through right now.
They're going to go through the car. I cannot
Hey,
believe it.
Raymond.
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, this is Dennis. I manage a place over here at Waterworks.
Hey, Dennis, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I gave him a wash and a whack.
Oh, very
1,000
nice.
pounds of pressure they're going to go through.
Oh, yeah.
Their final rinse, the nose spot, they're going through right now.
Are they going through? Oh, my God.
Ah.
I cannot believe they're good. Why didn't they jump out of the truck?
There's a lot full of people here, too.
Oh, my God. All right, let me talk to Bodine.
Mr. Raymond, they're getting washed.
Why didn't they just jump out of the truck?
They're sitting there. I don't know what they're doing. This is like the funniest thing.
Good God. They sound like they're dying.
Not as long.
Very cool. That is insane.
Oh yeah. Listen to Bodine.
Mikey said he's going to wait till it's done. I don't know what's behind it, doesn't jump off.
Unbelievable.
You were such a kind, caring, loving boss to fit
Right?
Bodine like that.
All they want to do is complain.
The alarm clock screams and there's a cat butt in my face. I don't want to get up, face the human race. I take a shower, I take a pee, I drink some coffee, watch some TV. But nothing seems to keep my eyes open. Nothing seems to get my blood flowing. Called up a friend of mine and asked what lights a fire under your behind. He says he spells relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and brass and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature and there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite broadcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. I took my friend's advice to heart. I bought myself an FM radio. Now every weekday starts with a visit from the morning disaster show. And now I spell relief, R-A-Y-L-Y-T-L-E. Have no fear, the gang's all here, so clean out your ears for the morning disaster. They got gas and breast and testes and rock and roll piled up to the rafters. They're really immature, but there's no cure, but they'll be your favorite podcasters. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. And it's Ray Lytle's morning disaster. Hey. Hey, super.
Memories.
Man, it sounds like you guys are having a good time on Earth.
Oh, man.
I'm here in heaven. I'm getting heaven pussy.
But Jim, we heard it was gay heaven.
I don't want to talk about it. They sent me because you fuckers kept saying I was gay when I was on Earth. I was accidentally sent to gay heaven. And I have not been able to get out of here. Now Liberace has molested me every day.
Liberace molested you?
Every day since I died, Liberace has treated me like a pincushion.
But that sounds almost hilarious and horrible at the same time.
Worst thing was, when I first saw him, I didn't know he was gay.
Yeah, how did you not know that Liberace was gay, Jim?
I thought he was inviting me over to his house just to hear him play some piano. Or an organ. He said, "Hey, Jim, you want to watch me play with my organ?" I said, "Sure, Liberace. That sounds like fun. Let's go. I'd love to go watch you play with your organ." I had no idea what he was talking about until he whipped out his schlong. It has not been a good experience. Oh my God. I would love to have we were talking the other day about the fake Jim character.
Oh yeah, here, I've got that actually punched all up.
Ha, super. Yeah, I gotta hear I gotta get a Lamb. You should do the greatest.
Oh God.
Lamb used to do the greatest fake Jim.
Oh God, I was dying every time he did it.
Oh, such a great character.
Yeah.
Good morning. How you guys doing? We are here. It is Ray Little's Morning Disaster. Hey, Nick, what's going on, brother?
Good morning.
You're still live. I see.
I'm still alive.
The vaccination didn't kill you or anything.
I just talked to my overlord, Mr. Gates, and he says everything's running smoothly.
He said he's glad he knows exactly where you are at all times.
He took my diagnostics, and right now I'm running pretty good.
Oh, thank God. Do you know that since you are fully vaccinated, well, TJ is both too, yeah.
Yeah.
Since you guys are fully vaccinated, you can get a Krispy Kreme.
I know, I saw that.
You could get a fucking Krispy Kreme every day of your life. All you have to do is flash your COVID vaccination card.
Flash my card.
And they will hand you a free donut.
See, now I don't have to show my boobs anymore.
Not bad. Right?
That's pretty cool.
That's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme wants people to get vaccinated. So they said if you show your vaccination card that says you've at least gotten your first dose of vaccine, or if you've gotten the Johnson & Johnson shot, you will get a free donut in return.
Nice.
All right. Fuck, I think I might go get a donut today, just see if this works. Right?
You know, for science.
Yeah. I mean, for science, yeah, like you're saying, for science sake. I mean,
right. You have
to test it out.
You don't want to be made to look like, made to be a fool if you go in there and be like, hey, I'm here for my free donut, and they look at you like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, I just want to see if it works so I can advise others.
You want to give good information.
Yeah. I want to advise others that this is a possibility. That's my plan. I want to help. My only goal in life is to help others. I have no selfish goals.
After you help yourself first, though. Right?
I'm not. Well, I'm only helping myself.
When you help others?
Yes, I'm helping myself to help others.
Oh, is that how it works?
Well, I mean, I would give the donut.
It's trickle down Reaganomics.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I would get the donut and give it away, but it doesn't work. That's not how Krispy Kreme wants it to work. They don't want you just giving away the donut like,
wow.
They want you to reward yourself for the vaccination that you've received.
You don't want to abuse that kind of power.
Yes. Especially that when I'm doing it for the purpose of helping others. I want to let others know that it works, That's the goal. So, yeah. There you go. So that's the plan. I might swing by Krispy Kreme today. Right after I work out.
It's like a reward.
I'm going to work out and then reward myself with Krispy Kreme. Oh, boy. I have face numbness.
Really? What happened?
Dude, it's the craziest thing. All right. This is what's going on with me. About a little over a month ago, everything started tasting weird. Like my food started tasting bitter. Okay. So I was like, why is my food tasting bitter? Right. Like, and I love food.
No, really?
So I try to eat it and it always tastes bitter. It just doesn't taste right. And I brush and use, you know what I mean? Like there's no reason. It's not like I have bad teeth, or it's not like you know.
Right.
It's not like there's any of that stuff going on, you know. It just is real bitter. And then, so that's been going on for like a month. Okay. And then the other day, it was in the middle of the afternoon. I was working hard, and then I was working so hard I just felt I passed out and took a nap on my recliner. Right?
Yeah.
I woke up and my left hand was tingling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you like leaning in the chair odd and where it would have cut off the circulation or something?
I get that from time to time.
Yeah, it's in my thumb, my index finger. It looked like I was making some kind of white power salute there. That certainly was not the case. And then part of my middle finger, and then a little bit in my ring, but my pink. By the way, my pinky feels nothing. My pinky has no numbness at all. So I have the weird thing in my first 3 fingers.
Right.
I get that.
Okay, and that started. And that was weird. And that hasn't gone away. And then the left side of my face, which is where I had my Bell's palsy years ago.
Right.
Then the left side of my face started getting numb.
You didn't smoke any weed again, did you?
No, I haven't done anything. No, I've done. And it's all.
Did you do the steps for a stroke, the fast?
Yeah, no, I didn't have it. All I had was a little numbness. But I had because I thought, oh my God, I'm having mini strokes.
Of course, Ray did the steps for a stroke. Yeah. He always worries he's going to die when something starts going wrong.
Yeah. So, but it's all like upper mouth. It's like it's only numb through here.
Right.
To about here.
So like from your nose down to the left side of your mouth.
Yeah. And the right side's fine. It feels like when I had Bell's palsy, except Bell's palsy, it was the whole left side. It was the whole left side of my face. Which is crazy.
That'd be such a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So I don't know what's wrong. I
don't.
And then who knows? Maybe
a little carpal tunnel.
No, carpal tunnel. I don't. No, I don't think so. I mean,
have you been spending an absorbent amount of time on Reddit lately and looking at your milk pictures, or?
No, I've been building websites and
Yeah, well, that takes the chances of carpal tunnel out.
Yeah, so I don't even know. I don't know what I did. So, yeah, I figured I'd just tell you guys the symptoms in case anything happens to me. But my blood pressure was high, remember?
Well, yeah, we remember when it shot up, and then we discovered that you weren't eating.
Yeah, I'm just saying we got that stuff. Yeah. So it's just these symptoms are happening. So I'm just trying to get them out there when I drop dead.
No.
Are you going to call your doctor? No.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Yeah, I just want to figure out what's going on.
You can call the on-duty nurse and say, "Hey, this is what I'm experiencing. Is it anything to worry about?"
Yeah.
And if it is, they're going to say, "Well, you need to set up an appointment. Come on in."
Ridiculous.
And if it's not, they're going to say, "Stop worrying, Ray. Go on with your life. You're fine.
Go get a donut."
Yeah, go get it.
So I think maybe it's just time to get a donut.
That could be the cure. Got to do it.
Maybe the donut will cure me.
I prescribe you 1 donut a week. You need to have a donut a week, and that should help.
The donut will cure my ails. Yeah, but everything is. The taste thing's making me crazy because, like, I'll go to eat something and I can't taste it. And it's not, at first I thought, oh my God, it's COVID. But it's not COVID. It's just, it tastes bitter. You know,
every time
COVID people lose their taste. It still tastes. It's just everything tastes horrible, you know. Like I had heard COVID takes taste away. And so it's not COVID. It's just it's made I can't even describe it. It's made some things have a bad taste. You know.
Why is it your first thought immediately? Everything. Oh man, everything's tasting bad. I've got COVID. Oh wait, I can't breathe out of my nose. I got COVID. Oh wait, I ripped a fart that smelled bad. I've got COVID.
Yeah.
Ray, you've tested negative for COVID 4 different times, and you got one of the vaccines already. It's not COVID.
I'm just saying. I thought, all right, so if you woke up and things tasted weird, wouldn't you feel?
Well, the first thing I'm going to feel is the other side of my bed and see if I brought somebody home that I shouldn't have. But I live that.
No, I'm just saying, Nick, you understand what I'm saying, right? It was tasting weird, and I thought, oh my God, maybe this is a symptom of COVID.
It would be my first thought, and I'd be like, wait a second, I've been vaccinated.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
And then I thought, I really never around anybody. Maybe it would be really hard for me to get COVID, you know. I'm unemployed. I spend all my time in my house. I don't like going places.
This has all been well established.
So the odds of getting COVID pretty slim. I wear a mask when I go work out. I mask the whole time. Yeah. So it's not COVID. And I still have taste. You know what I mean? Like from what I understand, when you have COVID, you lose taste. You can't taste anything. I still taste it. It's just things taste bad. You know? So, oh well. Cindy says her taste has been off since she had COVID. Yeah. So I was like, maybe I've got COVID. But I've tested negative for COVID all 4 times I've been tested.
That was just in the last month.
I tested negative since I started tasting everything weird.
Maybe it's just, you know, taste buds do change over time. Maybe it's just your palate changing.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's weird. But then, the numbness is come, you know. Steve's saying that he had a stroke. He said when he had a stroke, it was because of his high blood pressure. Yeah.
Now we know that was recent.
I had high blood pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Could you have a stroke and not know it?
Mini stroke, yeah. You could.
I could have had a stroke.
You're stroking.
Yeah.
I'm stroking. Who knows? I stroke it to the west. Yep. That's what it is. You know who I blame? Sean Blint.
Well, there you go. It's always Sean's fault.
That's what happened. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure what a stroke is, by the way.
Blockage in the blood vessel of the brain.
Yeah.
So it's like a heart attack in the brain.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've talked about them, and I talk about they always kill someone or paralyze them or something, but I didn't know there was different levels or whatever.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing.
Yeah,
I be stroking.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'll stroke it to the east, and I'll stroke it to the west, and I'll stroke it to the woman that
I love the best.
I'm
stroking. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe I am having a stroke.
That's it. Sean Ballant caused you to start stroking.
I was listening to that song. It caused me to stroke. I don't know.
Damn it, Sean.
But I just thought I'd share with you guys this weird thing that's going on with, how my Bell's palsy, it feels like it's coming back. It's weird, like the left, it is just minorly, numb. You know what I mean? It's not all the way numb. It's, so it could be something pinched or whatever.
I've got good news, though, Ray.
What's your good news?
You'll live.
Yeah, in misery, but I'll live.
Oh.
Yeah.
Misery.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Dude, you've got sports on the TV, you got your website you're building, you're working out, you've got a beautiful family, and
dude, I've been winning in my gambling.
Yeah, I know. When are you gonna start feeding me some of that when I'm home?
I gotta tell you, dude, I won last night. I want to brag a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna open Ray Lytle's bragging disaster.
Listen, last night, okay, I want to see how many things I hit. Just for anyone interested, I'm gonna let you. These are my winnings last night. For starters, I won a parlay for the NCAA tournament. Okay, so I hit that one big. All right. So I'll tell you the teams that I hit. In case you guys are wondering, for the tournament, who to bet on. I'm helping you out. I hit with here's my teams that won. I hit with Alabama was the last one. Michigan. Those are two easy ones. You know what I mean? Creighton. Not everybody was picking Creighton. I picked Creighton.
That was a lot of left field one.
Yeah. Yeah, I hit that one. They were favored, but I hit them. I got my Creighton. I got I'm trying to read up the picture. I got UCLA and Florida State. Picked them all right. 5-team parlay, hit it all. Boom. Got all 5 of those, right?
So have you made enough now from what you're getting to pay back your bookie?
Oh, yeah. Bookies. Yeah. I'm up.
You're up with your bookie?
Yeah, but here's the deal. Like my bookie, I was just using my bookie for Illinois games.
Right.
And I was just letting it ride. So the Illinois loss, blanked out. I think I still got like $20, but Illinois loss blanked out my, And then last night I put De'Aaron Fox of the Sacramento Kings. I picked him to go over. He went over. He scored like 20, or he scored 30 points. His over-under number was at 25.5. So I got that. And then I got Gordon Hayward of the Charlotte Hornets. I picked him to score over 20. Terry Rozier, I picked him to score over 20 of the Charlotte Hornets. And then I picked Rozier to hit 3 3-pointers, and I picked Gordon Hayward to hit 2 3-pointers Gordon Hayward actually hit 3 3-pointers, but I didn't need him. And I won that parlay. That was a big one for me. Then I read where Jason Tatum from Boston was not going to play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I picked money on Jaylen Brown. I put money on him to make 3 3-pointers, and then I picked him to go over 26.5 points. And I also I parlayed that as well, so I won those bets, individual and parlayed. And then I picked a big bet of Jaylen Brown to score over 25 points, and then Daniel Tice and Marcus Smart with Boston to score 10 points each, and I won that parlay.
Damn!
I mean, it was a big night for me. I did well.
So you definitely made enough to afford that Krispy Kreme donut today.
Yeah, I did good. I'm up. Hey, this is the highest I've been in a while. So
you're doing good. I've got some news for you on top of that, because you've been talking about how you're getting your second COVID shot on April the 1st.
Yeah.
April the 1st is also opening day at Wrigley Field.
Look at that.
God.
I had no idea it was
opening. I'm looking at it.
Baseball was opening on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, there you go. First game of the season. You get your second COVID shot and a home Cubs game.
I'll be damned.
You ought to be happy about that.
Yeah. See? That's not a bad day.
No, it's not. Something to look forward to.
Oh, well, I'll be damned. Do you get... Hey, Nick, let me ask you this. When's the last time you've gotten an email from work? Don't you get every day? Don't you get work emails?
Yeah, I get it every day.
Okay. The reason I bring it up is they just did a survey. All right. And I had to remember it because it's been a while since I've worked. But they did a survey with people, and it asked them about emails that they get. All right. This is since the pandemic. And people say when they get an email from work, 51% of people said getting a work email crushes their soul.
It depends on the email.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't get emails from my job. I get text messages.
But I'm like, is it because you're afraid? I mean,
no, it's just there's certain emails that I know that I'm going to get, which are pain in the ass emails.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, all right,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, one of my web clients, one of the guys I do sites for, overreacts to everything.
I do.
And so sometimes I get emails from him, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And it's always like, like here's this thing that makes me crazy.
Your header.
Email says, it says, I hear we don't have enough blah 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 with the website. And I'll be like, what is he talking about? And then I read it, and it's a spam email. You know how people spam you saying, do you have enough so-and-so protection on your website?
Yeah.
Wow.
47% of people have their website exposed to blah, blah, blah. Is yours? And I'll be like, oh shit, he got spammed again, and he's
taking it serious.
And he wants me to check. And it's just like, oh, of course we don't have this problem, or else, you know what I mean? So whatever spam email he gets, he somehow overreacts and sends one to me. I got to say, that's sort of annoying, but it's not soul crushing. It's just like sometimes you go, oh, this is gonna end up taking an hour of my time. And by the way, the guy has not paid me for March.
Oh, no.
You know, it's like I'd like to get paid for the month before the month is over. You know, because then, and my wife reminds me every day. You know what I mean? Reminding me this guy has not paid me for March. My God, I know. I'm like, well, he's very concerned. He's very concerned with the spam. The spam has been concerning him. So I got to, but some people say that getting work email is soul crushing. So do you ever get soul crushing emails, Nick?
No, not really. I get soul crushing phone calls, but not emails.
Oh, yeah, because you want it to come. I mean, you want it to come directly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I got to be honest. That's how it should come. I was not fired in an email. They called me into,
No, they just shut your email off for you.
Well, yeah, they did shut my email off prior to my being fired because, God forbid, the IT guy wait, at a reasonable hour to shut off the email. God forbid. God forbid. They wait until the person's actually fired before they shut the email down.
Who knows? You might have gotten some important spam in that email before.
Who knows? Who knows what happened? But I make it a point to not get important emails to a work email. You know what I mean? Like if I had a job tomorrow, I would not take important things and put it under the work email's name. I would put it. That's why I have here's my email. RayLytle@hotmail.com. RayLytle@gmail.com. Okay. And then I'll have wherever I'm working, I have a work email, but nothing goes there except work stuff. Like I didn't even go on the air and promote the work email address.
You've always promoted your personal one.
Yeah. Or the Facebook or whatever.
Right.
Because I knew I'd get fired. Like literally, when I was working at WMAY, I told Kevin Hart, who was a young news guy there.
Yeah.
Who Kevin Hart would go to me, I love working with you, Ray. And I go, what? He'd go, I love working with you. I said, oh, thanks, Kevin. I said, I'll be fired, right? And this has happened all the time. He'd go, what? No, you're crazy. And I go, no, I'll be fired. I said, no, they'll fire me one day. Trust me.
It's coming.
Because I knew reality. Reality was, I just knew that I would be fired. It's the same reason I didn't get important emails sent to me. As I'll be fired. That's a reality. But I've never had a situation where there's soul crushing emails. Unfortunately, that stuff, all like Nick said, that stuff they want to come and telephone call a person.
Or call you to their house on Christmas.
Yeah. One time I got fired. He called me to his house on Christmas.
Oh, good Lord.
I honestly did think, I thought, well, maybe he wants to give me something.
He gave you something, all right.
I'm like, well, maybe,
a wrapped pink slip.
I'm like, shit, maybe I've been such a good employee that he wants to give me a Christmas present.
Way to think positive.
That dickhead wanted to fire me. Made me drive to his apartment so he could fire me while I was at his apartment. That's pretty shitty. Oh, well. Yeah. DC's in there saying phone calls, emails, IMs, texts.
DC's like, I don't want to be corresponded with at all. Leave me alone.
I'm saying correspondence. Correspondence sucks. You'd rather be by yourself. Like, I guess in a perfect world, I would have a job, and some of you guys actually have this. But in a perfect world, I would have a job where I would work from home.
Oh.
And I would just fulfill my job duties. I would wake up go to work, finish work, and then just fuck around all day, until the next day when I wake up and go to work. Like, for example, if somebody else owned this network that we're on, you know what I mean? And say some radio group bought this network. They said, Ray, keep doing the show. I said, what's my job? They say, just wake up, do the show. Wake up, do the show. I imagine I'd have to play more commercials if someone else owned it. You know what I mean? But then at the end of the show, and then they just never, I never had to put up with emails or any correspondence or any of that stuff. That would be a dream, at least to me, where I wouldn't have to worry about, but then I got to tell you, if I would get an email, it could worry me, and it could be soul crushing. So maybe I understand this. Who knows? Maybe I do understand this survey, because you're thinking all I want to do is just do the show, and then at the end of the show, I'm done. And if I get an email, it'd be like, holy shit, what is it? And I guess the other thing is, what if the email says, hey, I want you to meet with me, or I want to let's talk. Like if they send you an email and you get it at 8:00 this morning, if they send you an email that says, hey, let's do a phone call. I want to talk to you. Call me at 1 p.m. That would mean you'd have to wait from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. with the whole thought in your mind of, what is this phone call going to be about? Oh, Jesus. That could be kind of soul crushing, I imagine, right?
Yes.
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So that would suck. You ever get those, Nick, where they basically send you an email for you to count down to some kind of meeting?
Yes. I got a phone call about a month ago where the first thing that said after the hi, how are you doing is we have a major problem. And it turned out it wasn't a major problem.
It wasn't that bad at all.
We have a major problem. I'm going to conference call in the CEO and his assistant.
Oh, Jesus. So you're thinking, oh, shit.
Like, what? I don't even have time to prepare or, get my information that I would need to have to explain what's going on.
You're just told it's a major problem. How big a problem was it? When you heard it, did you think it was a major problem? Or did you go, okay, this isn't much of a problem?
I kind of knew what they were talking about, but just in case, I was just like, all right, I wonder what they're talking about. But I had in my back of the mind, I kind of knew what they were getting at. So I was kind of prepared to go, yeah, this isn't a big deal. This is an isolated incident.
So it wasn't a major problem.
No.
Yeah, see, that would drive me crazy. That would
because then after the phone call, I stewed in it all day, and I felt like a total ass. And then I finally called my boss and I go, listen, here's what happened, and like that was just like uncalled for.
Yeah. Try to, so I'm spending the whole day worrying about this.
Yeah.
I guess that
where you basically get sidelined.
Yeah, it is kind of soul crushing. Huh. Maybe this survey's right. They're saying that people are so focused on just getting the day done. You know what I mean? And people want to get through their workday, prioritizing whatever it is you're supposed to prioritize and not worry about the email and the phone calls, all that bullshit. So that's why 51% of people say when you get a work email, it crushes their soul.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Yeah, but your job is...
Well, no, I mean, I don't know. I've been in where, like, I walked into the office and they look at me and they go, we have a major problem. Something Nick was talking about. They start describing the problem to me and it's something that's above what I have to worry about. And I go, what's this wee crap? It sounds like you have a major problem. My job is to drive the truck.
I mean, it's with what you do, it's like your job's pretty clear. It's like you have to pick up whatever item it is, and you have till this time to get that item delivered to this place.
Right.
So the problem would be any impediments on the trip.
Right.
And that would be you taking care of it. I don't think you'd have to worry about emails and,
I get text messages from my boss and that's about it. The text message is, oh, hey, here's your next trip.
Like you never have a text message that says, where the hell are you? You're supposed to have been in Texas by blah, blah, blah.
Oh, long as I arrive, she don't care.
Yeah.
And the truck is in one piece.
I'm saying your job might be pretty good compared to,
And I'm left alone. I mean, she actually calls me more because she hasn't heard from me and she's like, are you alive? Yes, I'm okay. Did you watch the show this morning? Well, no, I don't get up in enough time to watch Morning Disaster. Then that's why you don't know if I'm alive or not. If you would have woke up and paid attention to the show, then you'd know I'm alive.
Does she get emails from spammers? And,
God, yeah.
And then ask you to check to make sure everything is...
Oh, we get brokers that get all paranoid too, and they'll call her and they'll call me. Where's he at? What's going on? He hasn't checked in the last 20 minutes. There's a couple of them. I'm like, have you heard from me? No, things are fine. If you hear from me, there's a problem. If you don't hear anything from me, everything's fine.
Right.
Leave us alone. We're doing our job.
Yeah, so I just think your job is different.
I've got a little more leeway with my job too because we're a small company, so I get involved with that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that your job it's very clear what you do.
Yeah.
You pick something up and you deliver it and you know that you have this much time to get it done. So you're like, as long as I'm within that time frame, I'll get it done.
Right. Like I'm heading back down to Dallas today.
Oh, that's where you're going next is Dallas?
Yep.
What do you deliver to Dallas?
COVID supplies.
Really?
Yeah.
So where are you picking them up from?
Picking them up in Quincy.
And you're taking them down to Dallas.
Taking them down to Dallas.
Imagine that. We're giving up all our COVID supplies to those no good Texans.
Better not let your wife hear you say that too loud.
Those people that are just, like, why would you send COVID supplies to Texas or Florida? People who are just acting like, like we don't even have the disease. By the way, I see the numbers in the country are going up.
What? Again?
United States COVID numbers are going up. However, they're falling down in places like Illinois. We're on the way down.
I wonder why.
Because we followed the rules. We have followed the rules, and we have worn masks and done what we're supposed to do here in Illinois. And we're getting vaccinated, and that's why our numbers are going down, but yet they're going up everywhere else. And by the way, I don't know what Florida's in for these. I see those spring break photos, and I don't know what the numbers are for kids. I know that, for teenagers and young 20-somethings, it's not as dire as it is for people over 40, But I see those. I see those pictures of spring break, and I'm like, holy shit! How is that not spreading COVID? You know what I mean?
It's sexual chocolate, sexual COVID now.
It's insane. I saw a video last night from Miami. All right.
Yeah.
And there were people partying on the streets in Miami, right?
See some bikinis in there.
Nobody's wearing a mask. And this one video, these guys are coughing in the video.
Oh no.
Like in the video.
Awesome.
There's some kind of rap music, something playing, and there's a bunch of people dancing. And you see these one guy's just going.
Well, nobody's wearing masks in Miami and wearing clothes.
It's just, it's like, oh my God. And it just looks like the disease is being spread by everyone.
Ugh.
That scares the hell out of me. So glad I'm not there. Yeah. So, but here in Illinois,
where people are wearing clothes,
numbers are going down
and masks,
and we're all getting vaccinated. Thank God. Oh, well. Let me get on to this. Have you ever had beer goggles on?
You're going to include me of all people in this one?
When you hooked up with someone.
Again, you're going to include me of all people in this one?
No.
Beer goggles are a very real thing, and they can lead to some very questionable decisions. If you just had a traumatic flashback upon hearing that sentence, you're not alone. In a new survey, 72% of women and 84% of men say they had beer goggles sex at some point in their life. 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men say that they have regretted their decision the next morning.
I've tried to chew my arm off because of one of those decisions in the morning.
Oh my God, yeah. I was there once in college. Holy shit. There was a time in college when I first realized this phenomena. And it was crazy. There was a time there's a time I was at a party and binging a lot, there was a party. Yeah, there was a party with a beer bong. All right.
Oh no.
And Then I ended up, I don't even know where I ended up going. All I remember was there was a party at a guy's house that somehow he had a copy of. He somehow had a VCR, which would have been in the 80s. So it was rare that someone had a VCR.
Mid to late 80s, anyway.
Yeah. It was very rare. This guy had a VCR, and he had a VCR of the movie Purple Rain. All right.
Awesome.
And so that's where I started. Was it this guy's house? And then I somehow ended up at another party that had, high school and college age kids at it. Because dude, at the time I'm like 17. I'm in college. I'm 17.
Oh, that's right.
And I start talking to this girl who, in my mind, is is attractive as hell, and then somehow I'm sneaking the girl. I'm back at the dorm, and I'm sneaking the girl up the fire escape. To get to my floor and then get into my room. All right. Then she's in my room, and I wake up the next morning. And
you go, oh God.
And literally I sit up and I noticed I'm not alone. I'm like, what the hell? And I look next to me and I go, holy, what is this? And I actually think, oh my God, who is this? Who is this creature? Did someone crawl out of the streets?
You woke up next to a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Dude, I can't even explain how unattractive and not my type this person was.
Oh.
She was in my bed. And it was like I woke up and went, whoa.
Boo.
I'm serious, because it was like, this is so unlike. It was so unlike anything or anyone I had ever been with or I'd ever wanted to be with.
Oh,
I mean, I'm sure she was wonderfully nice, but just wasn't, And I'm like, what the hell is this? and in my mind, I'm going, what happened to that girl I was talking to last night? And then,
well, the beer goggles wore off, Cinderella.
The girl wakes up and I realize, holy shit. This is the same girl, and the girl that I was talking to was sort of annoying, but when I was drunk, I'm like, well, she's so hot. I forgive the annoyingness because she's so good looking. And the next morning I woke up, there was absolutely nothing attractive. And that annoying personality was still there. And I was like, oh, I've got to, And then my roommate my roommate woke up before us, and he went to practice. He was a soccer player, and he went to practice and stuff. And then he came back. He came back and walked in the room and was like, "Oh." He was like, "Oh, what the hell?" You know, he had that look. Had that look, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't even want to talk about it."
Oh God!
But it's a whole long story. But I eventually got the girl out of the room and got her out, but I remember that feeling of holy shit. That was the first time I had experienced anything such as beer goggles.
No, God, that's funny.
It's true.
It does. It happens.
Yeah.
I've had drunken nights where I woke up and I look and I go, okay, something was thinking correctly. And then I've had the nights where I'm like, if I could get below the floor, I might get out of here without being caught.
Yeah. I learned my lesson.
So I just stay home.
I learned my lesson. This one time taught me my lesson. Where I was like, the regret was so bad. I was like, oh my God. This memory is implanted in my head. I'm going to have to live with this the rest of my life. And like I said, might have been a perfectly nice person, but there's a ton of regret with it, you know, because of the beer goggles. But then I started thinking, I'm like, how many times have I been? Like, how many people have I hooked up with when they're drunk?
And then they look and they go, oh!
Yeah, and did they do they look at me when they started sober up and go, whoa, what the hell have I done? So that was when I decided I'm not going to spend the night with anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where I'm like, if I hook up with a girl that's drunk and like go back to her place, I'm getting the hell out of there. I'm not spending the night. Because I don't want to be the one that the girl wakes up and looks at me and goes, whoa, what the hell? You know, what was I thinking? Get the hell out of here. I'd rather be a fine memory. I'd rather be a fine memory that no one fully remembers than being
a lifelong regret.
Yes, absolutely. Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
I don't want to be anyone's regret. Are you anyone's regret, Nick?
Oh, I'm probably a lot of people's regret.
TJ, are you anyone's regret?
My ex-wife says I was 5 years worth of beer goggles. So
I'm saying I don't remember being anyone's regret. You know, because I tried not to be around, you know, when they woke up. Kelly says during college she had to pick a guy's pocket to find out his name. Then she snuck out. Yeah. I've been there.
That's great.
I never want to be anyone's regret.
I'm okay with being someone's regret.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there are people now that can think about, well, there was that one time we went out, you know. There was a time I went out and I hooked up with Ray Lytle. He was a nice guy. I hope that, you know, it's been a long time, but I hope that there are people that still think that they go, you know, he was a nice guy. You know, maybe, and I'm not talking about people I dated. I'm talking about people that just hooked up with. That's what I hope that there's no one out there going, oh, I remember when I hooked up with this one fat, obnoxious, smelly, horrible person, and it's me. I could not live with, with knowing that. Like, I think they're, like maybe there's some people I dated or something that are like, ugh, if only. But, which, that's just how it goes. But I'm saying, if it was just someone I hooked up with, I would hate to think they had a bad memory of it, I don't want
to. If the relationship was bad, you're fine, but the sex had to be good.
Well, I mean,
while you're chewing on your melon there.
No, I'm chewing on orange.
Oh.
Well, I don't know how good the sex was. I mean, it was me. I mean, I can't imagine myself ever. My reference is how I am now. So I don't remember myself being too good at the sex, because, I think I might, like at one point I might have been, but I think that's long gone. That's long gone. Yeah. So I hope someone out there has fond memories. I hope so. But you'd like to think that someone you were with that remembers you now has some type of fond memories. You'd like to think. My poor wife now. She's the one that, she has to look at me now and go, oh, look who I married. What was I thinking? She's the poor one who has to go through that.
Ray, can you remember the last time that you did not feel that way?
Feel what way?
Where you feel like you're not pleasing?
Not pleasing. Oh, well, I just don't think. I mean, I think there was a time I was okay at the sex. I just think it was years ago, I mean, my wife's really good. She does all the work.
Big shock.
I'm telling you, she's, she's amazing.
You know who would be the expert right now to tell us about women having regrets with them? Is Sean. Where is Sean when this conversation comes up?
Finally, this is a conversation.
And
he's finally a conversation Sean would know.
Yeah. Jason would be great for it too, because he had to get the virtual penis to satisfy women. He couldn't do it with his own, and we don't have Jason here either.
Yeah.
We got two people on the show that are experts at this subject, and neither one of them are here today.
Yeah.
My God.
Well, I don't know. We got Nick, but I don't know Nick's situation.
Oh, I'm good.
I know he's married now. I know you're married now, but I don't know about his past,
Oh, I'm good.
I know there were.
If there's one thing I can be proud of, is I'm good.
Yeah, and he's been doing P90X, and he's in his 40s, and he's in good shape, and always, and funny.
If there's anything that I study, it's how to be better.
But are there women like?
Oh, I'm sure Nick.
Are there women in your past? Are there women in your past who just have, when they think of you, are horrified?
Maybe one, but that was like 18, 19 years old.
Right. You're saying above 20, Nick has been.
Once I realized there's other things besides missionary.
No, it was on.
It was on. Yeah,
that's when it was on.
That's when training started.
Right.
Yeah, when you can pin her up on the wall, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Just make sure you don't have any of your friends sitting underneath the wall mount because you might knock it off and hit them in the head.
Well, yeah.
Which I have done.
I try not to have sex around friends.
I didn't want to have sex around friends. I was in the bedroom. They just all showed up in my living room, and this antelope came down and hit Rage in the head.
Well, I would certainly not have sex around Rage.
Well, Rage needed pointers on how to do it right. And still hasn't gotten it done right, so. Yeah. I think Bob was right. I think HBJ has caused a lot of regrets.
Yeah.
That was just from showing up.
I would like to think that there's no one from my past who wakes up now and goes, "Oh, I regret ever hooking up with," I would hope that that's not the case. I don't want to dwell too much thinking about it because,
No, you'll drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a short drive, but don't make it any shorter.
Yeah. I mean, I feel sorry enough for my wife. She has to wake up every day and go, "Oh my God, look who I'm married to." That's a lot of pressure.
Your wife loves you.
My wife's amazing. She really is.
Yeah, awesome person. She loves you to death. You ought to be very happy that you won her in the lottery of life.
Yeah.
I
am
the one that you should put $1,000 on, because I'd be willing to bet that there were people that knew you when you were dating, like, "Oh, Ray's gonna fuck this up in 6 months." You should have put $1,000 down on that on the Vegas line at 50-1 odds. You'd be rich.
I'll tell you, I do think that there's a bunch of people that are shocked we're still married for the amount of years we've been married. By the way, my wife and I will be 29.
Is it that? Wow.
29 years.
God, that's a lot of years.
This will be 20. Is it 28 or no, this will be 29 years that we've been married this April. When our anniversary rolls around, it'll be anniversary number 29.
Man.
And I do think there's people that are shocked. And they're all shocked because of me.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of that.
They're like, "I can't believe she's been married." I'm just putting words in their mouth, but I do think there's I do think that there are people out there that are going, "I can't believe she stayed with him for 29 years." Shit,
that's a dedicated, loyal, loving woman. You got lucky with her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember here a few years back, your 25th wedding anniversary deal.
Yeah.
That was, matter of fact, one of the pictures on is the old Morning Disaster group all together.
Yeah. It's
on
crazy.
My background on one of my computers.
I'm just saying that there has got to be people that every time, and I'm sure I'll put something out on Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
There's got to be people that look at it and go, "How in the hell is this even possible?"
I bet Pete's one of them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because, I mean, Petey knew you back in Peoria.
Yeah, I've known Pete forever.
So.
But I don't know if he's ever thought we'd,
Hey,
I don't know if he's ever thought we'd get divorced.
I don't know if it would have been divorce. Maybe he thought that she would have murdered you by now, but I don't know if it would have been divorce.
Yeah, but I'm saying he was brought right in. He was, he went from quick friend to hanging out in my house. You know what I mean?
Eating
so
prime.
He saw how my wife and I got along. So I don't. I don't know if he.
Yeah, he got to experience the Thanksgiving prime rib.
I don't know if he jumped to the conclusion that we would not make it this long, but I do think there are people that are shocked by it.
Oh, I'm sure. You know, I mean, you're going to have that with any relationship. There's going to be somebody out there. It's like, how the hell did they make it this long?
My wife will be getting her second shot soon. Her second vaccination shot. So she's going first for the vaccinations.
There you go.
And
Pete says that he saw right away how much she loves you, and nope, knew that was going to be forever.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's, I mean, Pete was he immediately jumped into the inner circle. I mean, there was not a lot of waiting around.
Right.
But I want to talk about beer goggles.
I don't. It's got bad memories. I'm getting flashbacks.
Hey, let me jump on this this Boulder, Colorado thing. Holy shit.
Wait, what happened in Boulder?
You didn't hear about this?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Do you not watch the news?
I've been working on my house.
Very convenient for you.
Well, you know what? I've got work to do, and I don't have. I tried to sit down and watch the news this morning, and I made it about 10 seconds.
Another domestic terrorist who this guy, Nick, you saw this guy? The guy they hauled out?
Yeah.
That son of a bitch looks like one of those. He looks like one of those fuckers who went into the Capitol. I mean, I'll say it. He looks like an insurrectionist.
Oh, great.
I'm just saying he looks like a militia guy or something. The guy went and shot up a supermarket in Colorado. A guy went into a Colorado supermarket. Of course, he had an AR-15. And he just started shooting people.
Good Lord.
And then he shot the police. The first police officer to show up got shot too. He shot and killed him, as well as shoppers at this grocery store.
That's insane.
It was nuts.
That is insane. Now, and I know there's going to be another big push on the gun control because it's tragic that it happened. And I'm not going to deny that it's tragic that it happened. Should not have happened, should not have occurred. But the thing that people don't get, and I understand it, yeah, we need to have some sort of control and laws around people owning firearms. It's not the gun that does it. It's the nut behind the trigger.
Jesus Christ. I haven't even given the whole story and you're fucking defending the gun. No one. I'm not. Listen. Let me just say, this guy looks exactly how everyone out there thinks he looks.
He looks like a Kaczynski.
He looks like some militia guy. Some white guy with a beard and an AR-15. He was probably some guy who, walked around with the AR-15 strapped to his back all the time.
Well, I hope all those thoughts and prayers will bring those families that have been destroyed comfort.
It's not going to bring anybody back. And I'm not saying the gun didn't kill anybody.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'll just say, listen, we've got to make it harder for asshole lunatics to get guns.
Well, we got to make it
and because of that,
easier for asshole lunatics not to become asshole lunatics too.
Yes. And by the way, that might mean making it a little bit harder for perfectly normally sane people to get guns too. Don't you think? But there's the problem. We can't even have the discussion. I'm a very pro-gun guy. I don't believe in banning guns. But I got to tell you, we got to start looking at these things realistically.
Well, and I mean, it's been since Columbine. I mean, Ray, you and I both grew up in a time, and Nick, I'm sure you remember as well.
Of course.
You know, as again, I go back and I look at it, and as a hunter and as an avid hunter, I remember going hunting in the morning before school.
Okay, but here's the deal. Here's the deal. Separate yourself from hunting from hunting prey or hunting your defenseless animals. Separate that from assholes that are out there hunting humans.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Just separate yourself.
I am. And I'm saying again, I've had, I look at that and I go, training is one thing. You've got to be safe with it. It's not a toy. And everybody thinks, oh no, I've got this problem. Go get a gun. No, don't get a damn gun. The gun is a last resort.
Well,
there should be a psychological class you have to take.
Thank you. This is
about the responsibility of it.
What I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yes, you got to make sure that crazy people don't get guns. And here is the concern. Here's why people don't want it. Because the fear is, oh shit, they might think I'm crazy, and then I won't get a gun. The fear is that, I mean, do you know that
I am a firearm owner? I have owned firearms my entire adult life.
Right.
I pull them out of the cabinet to clean them and make sure that they are still in good condition, and then I put them away. They're not loaded, and they're locked up. And I have certain weapons for certain things. And that's exactly that's the first trick that you got to put in your mind. It's a weapon. It's got one intent. It is designed to kill.
Hey, but you're normal. So I'm just saying, how do we keep a person who's mad about bullshit? How do we keep this person from getting a gun?
A pre-qualification survey.
Yes.
Okay.
And the reason they won't do that is because.
How do you feel about your government? And you know what? People are going to be more honest these days.
Yeah. The reason that we won't get to that is there are people that will say, holy shit, I don't want to be singled out for this. That's why it'll happen.
If they're willing to spill their vitriol through social media, they'll do it in a survey.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they got to look at some. I mean, because Jesus, just name the last mass shootings. Name the last 10 big mass shootings.
Sandy
all right?
was in there.
What is it?
Sandy Hook was in there.
Okay. Please describe the person who committed the Sandy Hook and what kind of gun they used.
A single white guy with an assault rifle.
All right. Name another shooting for me, please.
Let's go with Columbine.
All right. Well, please name the suspect or the shooters.
The shooters were white teenage males.
Right.
And they were using. God, now I'm digging in my memory. That's so.
They had an arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That included assault rifles, right?
Yeah.
What about the kid that shot up the church in South Carolina?
That was also involving an assault rifle.
Single white male.
The theater in Colorado.
Single white male assault rifle. Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Single white male assault rifle.
It's almost like there's a pattern somewhere. I just
what
can't
about
put my
Atlanta?
finger
What about
on
the
it.
guy from What about the guy from Atlanta last week? The guy from Atlanta last week.
Oh yeah, Mr. Sex Addict.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22-year-old male.
Single white male with an assault rifle. What about the kid that shot the people in Milwaukee?
You do realize I own an assault rifle, right?
Yeah. But I'm not saying that you're like them.
No, I'm not.
Because you're all right. But why don't you admit that there are people like you who are insane?
I do admit it.
Okay, so why the fuck? Why are we okay to say that you're it's fine that they have guns? I'm telling you, I just had you name off a bunch of people who committed assault, who killed people, and they all had certain things in common. Why can't we admit that fact? These guys all have things in common.
No, and you're right. They do. I'm not arguing that.
Right.
All right. Okay.
Because then it would be admitting that we actually have a problem.
Yes, we have a problem. We need to ask tough questions. And unfortunately, maybe some answers will cause
And the
some
thing is,
difficulty.
there's not going to be a magic fix to it. It's going to have to be a trial and error kind of situation.
Yes. There will be I'm going to use your beloved Rudy Giuliani.
The guy you modeled your hair after?
I'm going to use your beloved Rudy Giuliani as an example. When he was the mayor of New York. Okay?
The good old days.
He started a thing called Stop and Frisk, which was at any time a police officer could stop someone and frisk them. And they said it wasn't racial, but they just used all the statistics of everyone who was committing. They used all their statistics. What did those people look like? Of people who were committing robberies. So they said, stop the people who look like that and frisk them. And the people in that community they all said, what the fuck? Why do I have to be frisked? And they said, well, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just, you just look like the people that are committing this crime. So just to be safe, just to be sure, this is what we need to do. All right. So with that, it was people of a certain color and certain age that were stopped and frisked. You had no problem with that. Now, I just ask you to name the last 10 big shootings we've had. You name for me. You describe the people who committed them.
Yep.
Why not stop and frisk?
Do it.
Why not stop and frisk? The reason that they won't have the conversation is because the amount of people who are single white males are worried that their rights might be impeded upon. And what I'm saying is, realistically, maybe some of those guys should be jumping up and saying, oh, what the hell? Go ahead and check me too. But that's not what they say.
Come on in and check my house. Check my weapons.
Okay,
I don't care.
But that's not what most people will say. They won't. What would they say, Nick?
How dare the government try to get involved with my freedom and hurl.
Even though they have no intention of committing a crime like that, they will block it. By the way, that Lauren Boebert that fucking congresswoman,
She's
the new one who's
piece of shit.
Oh, the wacko.
Yeah, who's got pictures of herself like she's got assault rifles on her in her office. She has assault rifles, and she put up a picture, or she put up a Twitter talking about the thoughts and prayers and in her community. And she put this Twitter post up yesterday talking about it. And I looked at it and I'm like, holy shit, your Twitter photo is you with a gun.
Yep.
And you're trying to block these shootings. I'm just saying that when they did the stop and frisk thing in New York City, when black people started getting outraged, the excuse the people in power made was, it's facts. These are the people that are committing the crimes that we're trying to stop. So unfortunately, those of you that are innocent, you're going to have to go through this so we can get past this. Okay. But yet when we look at this, all of these shootings, it's always the same person doing it. It's a fucking crazy single white male. That's who it always is. So I'm saying, why not stop and frisk these people?
I don't have a problem with that. Because like I said, I go on the road. I am on the road every week. There's not a weapon in the truck. They're here. And they're locked up in the safe.
Whenever we start to talk about it, though, people will go out of their way and do anything.
Lose their minds.
Yeah, to prevent any type of real change. And that's the bottom line.
And all I was saying was the statement is, I can take that weapon and load it and put it on the coffee table and call it everything under the sun. It's not going to get up and shoot me. It's the wacko behind the trigger. And yes, they need to be stopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why not do something that might make your life a little more difficult? Or the next guy who owns assault rifles, life's a little more difficult. I'm sorry.
Just
because
it's not even more difficult. It's just slightly inconvenienced.
Yes.
I mean, I have no problem letting the police come in. I have had to let the police come in and open up that safe and get them all out and break them open so they can take a look at the serial numbers and make sure that they are mine.
Yeah.
Because I got accused of it. And I'm like, I did not come here. Open up the safe. Check out every one of them. They're mine. Here's my FOID card. Ownership papers are in the drawer. That's where I bought them. I got them legally. They're mine.
I'm just telling you, we need to start asking some hard questions to try to stop this. Try to curb it at least.
I mean, my question is, how are they getting these weapons? Because when I got my
it always there's one thing coming. They always buy them legally. They always buy them legally. The people,
but there's so many loopholes on buying them legally.
Yes. They always buy They always buy them legally. They're not buying them out of the back of some guy's trunk. They're buying them from gun shows or pawn shops or gun shops. Or what? They're buying them legally.
Even when I bought my 9mm, which I needed for my job in New Mexico, because I was an armed security guard for a while there. When I bought that pistol, I had to wait a week to pick it up because they had to run federal, state, and local background checks, not only on where I lived, but where I had lived in the past 10 years.
Yeah, and that's the way it should be. But not all states do that.
And that, from what I was told when I bought that pistol, that is a federal mandate. They have to do that. You got to through the cooling off period.
In Mississippi, you can buy a fucking assault rifle at a yard sale. A yard sale. At least in Illinois, we attempt to do something.
Say that, and like I said, that was New Mexico and Texas.
We attempt to do something. I'm telling you, in Mississippi, Florida, you can buy guns at fucking yard sales. Gun shows. There's not even a wait. I'm telling you. We have this problem. I mean, Jesus. But we don't even want to, they won't even talk about solutions. And I'm not saying that that's a solution. But we wouldn't even have the conversation.
Just rub some thoughts and prayers on it. It'll go away.
Pete says in Georgia he can walk in today, buy a gun, and walk out with it.
I agree with the cooling off law. 7 to 10 days before you can pick it up.
Oh, by the way, Corey says, Ray, you can buy guns at a yard sale in Illinois as long as both people have FOID cards and wait the proper time.
Yeah.
So you can have a yard sale. I can show my FOID card. You show me yours. I can buy a gun at your yard sale.
You can whip it out and buy a gun.
See, that's crazy. We won't even have the conversations, though, because people are so offended and so, and then and even the guys wanting to have the conversation from the I don't know if I want to say the anti-gun side or whatever, they're too emotional. I'm just saying that we need to at least have the conversations.
The debate will never be level-headed, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I gave you an example. When they did that stop and frisk shit in New York, people got pissed. They started calling it racist. The reason that they pushed it was because they said, here's the facts. Well, I just gave you a scenario. The last 10 shootings, it was always a single white guy with an AR-15. Those are the facts. This guy yesterday in Boulder, white guy with an AR-15. The kid in Atlanta last week, white guy, AR-15. But they're not even having the conversation.
I mean, mine's an AK-47. I'm not going to deny it. I have a Kalashnikov. I got the weapon as a gift when I was stationed in Germany. And it was given.
There's nothing wrong with you having weapons.
And I'm not accusing you of being a murderer. I'm just saying
I'm have to have room where I'm getting told that I need to turn it back over. And I'm
saying we need to have a conversation. But you put your personal situation above the conversation.
No, I'm looking at the conversation. I'm considering my personal situation at the same time. These weapons, they need to be stored and housed properly. They need to be kept safe. They do not need to be in the hands of untrained personnel. You need to ensure that the cooling off period and the checks and the background checks and everything is done according to the way the federal mandates were 10 years ago. It's not being done in some states, and that's wrong. But that is a federal law. They have to do that background check before you can buy an assault rifle or a pistol or something that can be used in that manner.
We need to have a conversation regarding the people that no one says you're committing any fucking crime.
Well,
no one's accusing you of committing a crime. So stop putting yourself into the conversation. We need to have a conversation about these people, and these people are the ones that are committing the crimes. These people are the ones that are doing the shootings. We need to have tough conversations about them so we can stop it.
At the same time, though, we also need to have the deep conversation about mental health and getting the stigma taken away from that also.
and getting the people help. But
Like
we're
if-
never going to have that
to go-
conversation.
To go, it's okay to have issues, but here's access to talk about that to someone.
Yes.
And it's okay to talk about that to someone.
We need to have these conversations.
If you
but we
think you
can't.
have a sex addiction problem, it's okay to have that thought. And
If you
here's some
have a
places you can go to talk about it.
Yes.
The Asian massage parlor is probably not the right idea if you have a sex addiction problem.
Well, for him it was because he just went and shot and killed people. It's
Okay, then-
horrible.
No, I'm not disagreeing, Ray. Yes, the conversation needs to be had, and there has to be decisions made to at least inhibit.
But what Nick was talking about, was getting mental health care for individuals. Do you know that exact conversation has been blocked every fucking time they've tried to have it? After every fucking shooting, they try to have that conversation. It gets blocked because the pro-gun lobby doesn't want us having the conversation because they're afraid that conversation might lead to one thing that might inconvenience them. And I'm just saying that's wrong.
Look at the people
that's wrong.
Look at the people who are handling the pro-gun lobby. These are the people who led the insurrection.
Well, I'm just saying we need to have the conversation.
There's multiple conversations.
Yeah.
There's not one conversation, unfortunately.
And you're right. You're right. Taking guns away isn't going to solve. I don't think guns away are going to solve it. But we've got these crazy. There's crazy white guys that are committing it. And I'm saying that the same
process has to be more thorough.
The same people who were very pro stop and frisk are very anti even having this discussion.
They need to do it.
Well, we have to have it. We've got to figure something out.
Because
another shooting, a bunch of people get killed, and the guy looks exactly like how you think he looks.
I know we're back to normalcy now as far as the United States goes, and COVID, as if we're still where the mass shootings have started again.
I mean,
tis the season.
I'm going back to the cooling off period is something that needs to happen because you can have that temporary lapse of anger or whatever mental deficiency occurred, and I'm going to go buy a gun and just shoot this place up.
Not me. Next gun, I'm going down to Mississippi and I'm going to buy it at a yard sale. But we got to end the show because I got to go work out. But anyway, good show, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:00 with another free show. Thank you, guys. Have a nice Tuesday. So long, everybody.